folks, Evil DM here. Another episode of Idols and Efreetis. We're back. Just want to let you know, I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. Ask the DM at theevildm.com is my email address if you want to email me. And hopefully you've liked these videos and subscribed and you're enjoying content. Please suggest things and comment below. Share the videos because Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 1E is definitely the place that people like to be. I'm enjoying doing this series. I like to just do these little videos to just talk about things. So it was suggested, and I saw this post up by Joe Block, and it basically takes a person's Twitter post, his tweet off of Twitter, to talking about a DM can't say no. So the title of this video, yeah, it's okay for a DM to say no, but I titled it that way because it's okay for a DM to say no. Yeah, you did hear me correctly. You as a DM are the adjudicator of the game. You're the referee. You're the judge. So you have every right to say no. That's your job, to take the rules and make judgments based upon those rules. Is it a good idea to say no? Obviously, it's not. So there's kind of two approaches to doing this, but before we get into that, I just wanted to quickly show you the post on Joe's blog here. So let me just switch screens 1 second. And here's the Grey Grognard, Joe Block. He's the also known for Adventures Dark and Deep, the game, and a bunch of other resources he does. But this is his blog, the Greyhawk Grognard, one of the blogs that I do keep up with and watch. I do love listening. I do love reading what Joe has to say because it's usually insightful. It's not just the usual, I said this, you said, bull crap like that. Joe actually has some actual know-how in some of his comments, so you're good with that. So anyway, always say yes, never say no, is what his blog says. So this whole thing came about from this post from this particular person who's in part of the mainstream media of gamers, Real Uncouth Gamer Hours, right here. And he says, the cool thing about RPGs that I wish more people would know about is that you can just say, no, I don't think that happens, and no one could stop you in any way and matter. And he's referencing that when a character dies, a DM can basically, a player can basically say whatever they want and tell the DM, no, you don't have a right to kill my character. Well, no, it doesn't work that way, Real Uncouth Gamer Hours, Leviathan Files, whatever you want to call yourself. The DM has every right to allow you to kill your character. So back to what I was getting at before, there's a couple ways to approach this type of situation. So two ways to approach the situation. One, as a good dungeon master, you should be allowing players to really do what they want to do because, well, stupid actions get stupid consequences, and that's where evil DMs like myself come into play. Much like in life, every action you take has consequences, good and bad. So, D&D is set up this way. Consequences have actions. So it's not my job as the DM to stop you from jumping off that ledge. It's not my job from the DM as a DM for telling you not to ignite that flamethrower in the sewer when you're playing in a game, modern day game, and you're going to ignite the entire party. Sure, I could warn you, but so if you want to do a super cool move, to kick off the bad guy off the cliff, and you roll a 1 and miss, and you go tumbling off the cliff yourself, you fall, you die. I'm sorry, that's how it works. And you can't just say as a player, oh, I'm sorry, you don't have my permission to kill me off, because that's not how it works. When you play D&D, you know the rules. It's clearly written. You're in a contract when you're playing this game that you abide by the rules. There is always a chance you may die in Dungeons & Dragons. Why would you have hit points? Why would there be rules when you reach 0 for death saves in 5th edition, if anything? Why would it say in 1E, when you reach 0, you're dead? Why would there be a resurrection spell? Because you can die. When you remove the possible threat of death from the game, it becomes not a role-playing game, it becomes a story game. Which, yeah, D&D can be a story game. It's not. It's built for the randomness and to mimic the dangers of exploring into the wild of life. There's plenty of storytelling games out there. Go play one of those where you pass around the stick and make up your own story and control the narrative. D&D, by default, whatever edition, Classic through 5e, is not built as such. Sure, you can make it into a storytelling game, but don't run around expecting other people to abide by those very rules that you've been playing, because it's now considered house rules. Second example, a good DM will not allow players to make foolish moves and tell them, no, that really won't work. How about we try? Or, that's not really a good idea. Are you sure? Maybe we should try this. Or even, how about we try this instead? In this sense, you're not really telling players no. You're offering an alternative which in their mind will work. And generally, 99% of the time with players, if I say, that's not really a good idea, why don't we try this? They're always like, okay, and they'll do that. And then they'll roll. Because they will probably think that whatever you're suggesting is better than theirs, and they'll probably get a little bonus too on top of it, especially if the DM doesn't tell them, but they will. They'll get a bonus most of the time. But generally, if a player wants to do something, you should absolutely, as the DM, try to accommodate them to do whatever they want to do, regardless if it's a dumb idea. A good DM is just going to adjudicate the rules. If you have to say no because it's absolutely not in the rules, then yes, you can say no. But always have some type of alternative to give to the player while you're saying no. If you want to say, for now, no, let's discuss this after the game. How do we handle this in future sessions? Perfect. I want to jump off the cliff and be able to grab the ledge and swing over to grab the potion that's on the ledge there. Well, okay, if you want to do that, you may fall and you're going to have to roll. How about, instead of doing that, I know it's not as heroic, why don't you go over to the ledge, once you go to the side, climb down a bit, take a rope with a grappling hook and throw it over, and see if you can latch it onto the ledge, and then swing your way over. That way you have a lesser chance of falling and dying, as opposed to doing it your heroic way, which, yeah, in your mind, probably is going to result in this awesome, great move that's going to look so cool, but if you roll that 1, you're dead. Who's going to look cool when you're dead? Not you, obviously. So, yeah, it's okay to say no, and that's how the game is built. You're the adjudicator, you're the judge, but always offer some type of alternative when you're saying no. I mean, in the roundabout way, you are saying yes, but you're still saying no. But again, this is how I play the game. Other people have different opinions, and maybe this is a hot topic button for a lot of people, but I had to give my 2 cents about it because a few people mentioned this to me in Joe's blog. And I've been reading his blog, so I already knew about the post, and I'm just like, you know what? Video needs to be done. Here's the video. So tell me what you think in these situations about saying yes or no. Leave comments below. Share the video around, and hopefully we'll get some more people involved in this conversation. The more we converse, the more of a community we build together, and help 1E become the hobby that everybody wants to play. With that said, keep it original, keep it old school, and good night, everybody.